Yo, what's up, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props, special draft edition of today's show. I'm out and about, so doing it from the car, but we do have a special guest today. Gonna come on, talk some NFL draft news. DJ, what's going on, man?
What's up, everybody? How are we?
Hey, so you've given out a couple draft plays that I've given out on stream so far. You want to update us on those?
Yeah. So the first one we took was Anthony Richardson over 4.5 draft position,
Right.
and we got that at like plus 200, minus 330 right now on DraftKings. So a little bit
Right.
of value.
That was
Um,
like 2, 3 weeks ago, maybe.
yeah, I think so. That was a
Yep.
lot of media hype around him, uh, and anybody was saying this is a one quarterback draft, so naturally these quarterbacks aren't. I mean, it was kind of easy. Oh, shoot. One we were just going to give out just moved down on us. But
Where'd
this,
it move at? DraftKings?
yeah.
What are we looking
Um,
for?
well, under 4.5 quarterbacks drafted in the first round. Plus 160 was where we had it. It just went up to 170. Now it's back to 160. That,
Okay.
that's
So
where
it's
we liked
dancing
it.
a
But
little bit.
yeah, but like I was saying with the Richardson play, like anybody you talk to, it's a one quarterback draft. So where's five quarterbacks at plus money? You know?
Yeah, I've heard the Will Levis hype today. Sounds like people are out on
Yeah,
CJ Stroud, right?
yeah. But let's go back to Will Levis for a second because we had we had Will Levis to be drafted before Anthony Richardson. We had
Yep.
that play a couple weeks ago. We had that at like plus 230, I think, and now it's at like minus 330 as well. So
Yep.
you can really get good value on these drafts if you just don't pay attention to the media.
You just got
Uh,
to know who to listen to.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, and then we had the Benji Robinson, I think.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say he is the best player in the entire draft.
Yeah, yeah,
Most
he's
NFL ready player.
cleanest is the or no off field stuff and anything like that, and he'll be used like the Christian McCaffreys, where they're more of a weapon than a running back. So I kind of we just have him going top 10, right at plus 120. But I
Yeah,
think
so
you
I
can,
was searching that. You can get circa 12 and a half plus 135.
yeah, I
Under
think
12 and a half. So that's.
that's a yeah. Um,
I gave
but
that
I
one out a
think
couple days ago.
think that one's out. I think that you can still get plus or under 12 on him. So we're definitely taking that under 12 on him. He's probably going to go 9 to Philly. Can you imagine him in that Philly offense? They they got diced up. I mean, now granted, McCaffrey was their only player in that game, but they saw what Christian McCaffrey can do. So they're probably going to end up taking
You
him
don't think they
instead.
go defense?
Not because they signed back Hargrave and what was the other guy? They signed back another one, right? Was it Hargrave? No, he went to San Francisco. But they signed back two interior linemen. They
Yeah,
don't
I thought
need.
they lost a corner or two, but I haven't heard a lot of
Yeah,
Philly buzz, so I don't know what they're thinking.
yeah. Seems like they're going to go running back there. Well, weapon. Let's call him a weapon. So those were the first four, and then the one that's a little bit of a long shot, a little sprinkle. Um, Paris Johnson Jr. Exact draft uh number order draft exact how do they have it worded here? Paris Johnson Jr. number 4 draft pick. He's going to go
Okay,
to
and
the
is
Colts.
this going to the Colts? Okay, is that an offensive lineman?
Yeah,
Where's he from?
Ohio State.
Ohio
He's the
State
number
lineman.
one. I mean, the media wants you to believe that Sherskevsky from Northwestern's the number one, but there's not too many people with a 7-foot wingspan,
Okay.
and he's a no tackle. So
Okay.
and he's athletic. So the Colts are gonna grab him, shore up their offensive line, and they're gonna sign Lamar Jackson.
So where do you think Levis is going?
Second round, maybe
Second round.
maybe Seattle on the top of the second round. Yeah, it's a one quarterback draft, man. I think we're gonna see Bryce Young at the first one, and then no more quarterbacks till the second round. There's too many good defensive players.
That would shock me. I heard today that nobody's really. Well, I mean, depends on who you listen to, but I heard today that this draft kind of sucks. That scouts think that next year's draft picks are worth a lot more than this year's. So I don't know. I don't know about. I'm trying to find what we can get Stroud at under.
I'm gonna take his over. I mean,
that's what I meant to say. Yeah,
he ain't going. All these quarterbacks take their overs. I mean, I don't really recommend it because it's probably pretty high, but except for, I mean, last year people were talking Malik Willis was the number one overall or a number one first round pick. Sorry, and
right.
He ended up going in the third round. You know, and a lot of people were saying that if Kenny Pickett was coming out in this draft, he's the third quarterback, and he went 20. So I don't know. I don't see the quarterback hype.
I wonder when the last time there wasn't more than one quarterback drafted in the first round was.
I don't know.
That'd be an interesting thing to know because, generally those, even if there's not good players, there's usually people taking chances on quarterbacks in like the first 10 picks.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, that's true. There's enough hype around them. You know, Houston could go quarterback maybe, but
where are they picking?
9 or 2 and 12.
2 and 12. That's right.
You know,
I also did hear. I have heard rumblings on Houston going defense first, and then like a lot of people are saying, you're saying there could be one quarterback in the first round. Well, if you want anyone other than the guy you could get it to, just grab him at 12.
Yeah. Or Houston could try to come back up in the top 10.
They could, but if they wanted a QB, they might not even risk it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Although the Levis to Colts has gotten buzz, although you think they could go O-line. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one. I think Levis ends up in the top 10. I wouldn't be surprised. No, you know what? I think Levis is off the board by 12. By 12.
At Houston?
Yep. I don't think he goes farther than that.
Yeah, I could see Houston grabbing him. But, I mean, you can't – only because they have two first-round picks because you can't
Yep.
You can't – you want your first-round pick to be a starter this year. These quarterbacks aren't starters this year.
Ideally, you do, yeah. And Davis Mills, when drafted, is he an older guy or what's the deal? What's the story behind him? Because I haven't heard a lot about him.
I think he was 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Not a long. Yeah.
So that's the team that could take the chance on Anthony Richardson because everybody's saying he's 1 year from being 1 year. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Needs to learn the NFL.
He should have went to
college.
Bit. He should have went back to college. Really. Probably played another year of college ball.
So Bet Online has him over 4.5 minus 325.
Who's that?
That would be the guy you were just talking about, Richardson. This is an interesting one. Joey Porter Jr. to go in the top 20. Yes is minus, or no is minus 145. What do you think? Where's Pittsburgh pick?
17.
You think they do it?
I don't know. I think there's a lot. He's like the 4th best DB.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not even close after like Gonzalez and Witherspoon. And then there's a guy from Maryland who's pretty all right, but then that's it. It ain't like
Yep.
that.
Both of those guys are projected to be in the top 10 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if you could get anything on Witherspoon being drafted before Gonzalez, that might be some value there.
Yeah, that looks like so Bet Online has Witherspoon at 6.5 and Gonzalez is at 8.5. So
Yeah.
you'd probably be laying minus something there.
Yeah.
But they do have some interesting things here. Bet Online does.
What do they have?
I'm gonna see if they have anything like that. So total quarterbacks in the first round under 4.5 plus 140. You like that, huh?
I mean, DraftKings plus 160.
DraftKings is plus 160.
Yeah. But yeah, we would. I mean, 120 is probably good.
It was 140. 140.
Oh, sorry. FanDuel was 120. That's what I was thinking.
See if there's. We'll search through these props before I let you go. First defensive player, Tyrese Wilson. Yeah. You can get Will Anderson at plus 115.
I hear the medical's not a problem for Wilson.
Who do you like for second pick?
Tyree Wilson.
Okay, plus 255.
Or Will Anderson. It's one of those two. But it really should be Jalen Carter. If you want a flyer, Jalen Carter at 2.
Really?
There's not too many people like him.
Yeah, that's plus 750 or 7,500, I should say.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. What do they have? What does BetOnline have? Paris Johnson Jr. at 4.
They only have first 3.
Who's
Yeah.
at 3rd?
Paris Johnson Jr. is the favorite to go 3rd at plus 250.
Man, that would make a lot of sense. But I think it. Man, I kind of think it's. If you wanted to.
Oh, here's 4th. You could get. They don't even have odds. They think Buddy's gone by the 3rd.
If I had to tell you what I thought the top 4 are, Bryce Young,
lineups,
Tyree Wilson, Will Anderson, Paris Johnson Jr. I think that's the order. Who's got
Okay.
5?
I don't know who's got 5. Will Anderson's the favorite to go at 5. Him and Richardson are tied. So it must be someone looking for a QB.
That's horrible. Don't bet these quarterback Zags, please.
I'm not. I don't have any interest in it.
I'm telling the people here. Jalen Carter, if he gets to Seattle, I'd bet him like before. If he's on the board when Seattle picks, he's
Is that at 5?
I don't know. I forget the draft order. Yeah, Seattle's at 5.
Yeah, so that you can get plus 300 on him.
Yeah, but he should go too. He really should.
How many first-round draftees will be wearing ties? That's a market at BetOnline. $50 max.
Yeah.
Over or under 6 first-round trades?
Under.
DeAndre Hopkins to be traded on draft day, even money.
Yeah.
Lamar to be traded on draft day, plus 600
For the yes?
for the yes.
Which draft day?
Day 1. No.
No, because they're going to draft a no tackle, trade 2, 3, 4, and to Baltimore, and that's going to be the equivalent of a 1, and then they're going to give him next year's 1. So that's going to come day 2. That's Friday at 4:00.
Yep.
They're going to draft Paris Johnson Jr. and be on a flight to Miami. I think that's where he's at, South Florida, wherever.
Stetson Bennett not to be drafted, plus 160. Think he gets it in like the 7th or some dumb shit.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Well, I think that's about all of the. Oh, there's teams here. Arizona, what are they drafting? Defensive lineman minus 150. O line's plus 150.
Yeah, and the odds on there you go. The odds on favorites is D lineman, and the odds for Paris Johnson to be off the board. No, get out of here. They're not. They're not going with an offensive line. They're going D line.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let me see if there's any of these that are interesting. You think Baltimore goes cornerback? That seems to be the market.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see what they got Pittsburgh doing. Before I tell you, what do you think Pittsburgh's doing?
Joey Porter Jr.
Really? They got offensive lineman minus 150, cornerback plus 140.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's an offensive line. I can't tell you how to bet that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's O line.
Right.
But I don't trust them to make that decision.
Exactly. Oh, you can get which team will draft Robinson. You got an opinion there?
Which one's Robinson?
That running back you like from Texas.
Philly.
Plus 850.
There you go.
That might be worth a sprinkle.
That might be worth a sprinkle. We're sprinkling that Jalen or Paris Johnson Jr. at 4. When we'll sprinkle that one.
Okay.
I like that one. You have to send me a screenshot.
I want to see what the limits are here. Checking to see what BetOnline's limits are right now. They're $100 limits right now, but they'll probably increase over the course of the week.
Yeah.
Well, fella, that's all I got for the draft. You got anything else? Anything else? Any sleepers? That it?
No, I just keep an eye on Jalen Carter at 2, because he
Sounds
should go
good.
2. But there's good value if you can get it before it starts moving.
This starts at Friday at 4.
Thursday at 8.
Okay, what are you doing Thursday? 3:30.
Golfing.
Show before golf.
That's fine.
We'll run a show and then head out to the course.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Sounds good. I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
And
appreciate it.
We'll be back in touch with you on Thursday.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Later, man.
Later.
All right, y'all. I'm going to quickly run through the baseball plays today. Maybe a basketball player or two going to be coming out. But let's be honest. This basketball board's not good. Injuries, large spreads. Kind of like every dog to cover the spread tonight, if we're being honest. Maybe a little sprink. But here's what I got for the MLB. Jose Ramirez to get a hit. Under 8.5 runs in the Cleveland-Colorado game. That's at 610. Under 9 in the Baltimore game. Bryson Scott. Byron Scott was like a Lakers player in the 90s or 2000s, I think. Bryson Scott to get a hit tonight. Martin Perez over 4.5 Ks. And Luke Weaver over 4.5 Ks. That's the same game, Texas at Cincinnati. Detroit, Milwaukee over 8.5 runs scored. San Diego, Chicago under 7.5 runs scored. Los Angeles Angels money line. Kansas City over 9.5 runs. And that's it. Like I said, there might be a basketball player or two later on in the afternoon. Not sure. It's 3:40 here Eastern. There's about 3.5, 4 hours left to the game start. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not expecting a lot. Anyways, best of luck. Stay sharp, and I'll be back